who retired, Chief Judge of Delta State and High Bench, my Lord, serving and retired judges of the Delta State Judiciary here present. My Lord, Honorable Justice F.A. Olubanjo, Judge of Federal High Court, Asaba Division, the Honorable Attorney General Commission for Justice, Delta State, Ekene Jiro Ogbonwere, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, the Permanent Secretary and Solicitor General Minister of Justice, Delta State, Umagus Orebe, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Learned Senior Advocates of Nigeria, they present, the chairman of various branches of the Nigerian Bar Association, present at this special court section, Secretary, Judicial Service Commission, the daughter and family members of late Honorable Justice Ijeoma retired. Deputy Court Judges here present. Deputy Chief Registrar, High Court of Justice here present. Worship Magistrates, Chairman of Area and District Customary Court here present. Members of the Nigerian Bar Association here present. Gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Honorable Chief of Delta State, Honorable Justice T.O. Dei, I welcome you all to this special court section in honor of His Lordship, late Honorable Justice Ijeoma who retired, holding the ceremonial court for High Court of Justice Delta State. Presiding is my Lord, the Honorable Chief of Delta State, Honorable Justice T.O. Dei, and supported by other Honorable Judges of Delta State Judiciary. It is my singular honor and privilege at this stage to invite my Lord, the Honorable Chief of Delta State, Honorable Justice T.O. Dei, so please deliver the speech. My Lord.
My Lord, the President of the Delta State Customary Court of Appeal, Honorable Justice Ngozi Ojuba, my Lord, Honorable Justice Marshall Mukuru, the immediate past Chief Judge of Delta State, Judges of Delta State Judiciary, retired and serving, my Lord Justice Olubanjo of the Federal High Court, learned senior advocates of Nigeria, permit me to deem all protocols as having been duly observed. It is with immense grief and profound sense of loss that I welcome you all to this special court session holding at the ceremonial hall of the High Court of Justice, Asaba Delta State, this Friday, the 30th day of January 2026, in honor of late Honorable Justice Ifan Ibu, the retired judge of the High Court of Justice Delta State, whose tragic and untimely demise occurred on the 23rd day of November 2025. This courtroom is accustomed to special ceremonial court sessions, either to celebrate the retirement of a judicial officer who served meritoriously and retired from service on attainment of the mandatory retirement age enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, or to honor such a judicial officer who has finally bowed out of service, bowed out at the end of his life sojourn. A similar court session is also held in honor of a departed member of the legal profession who was actively involved in legal practice either in the private or public bar upon an application from a branch of the Nigerian Bar Association indicating that such a legal practitioner was a financial member and also actively involved in the activities of the branch. This is in tandem with the age-long tradition at the bar. It offers members of the legal profession the opportunity for a sober reflection on the life and times of the departed, while paying tribute to him for his immense contributions as an outstanding member of the profession who has contributed his quota to the society in his professional calling. It is usually characterized by speeches, the rustle of gowns, and dramatization of court proceedings, culminating in a ruling and an order of court for the removal of the remains of the deceased from the well of the court to his final resting place. Today, however, we are enveloped by sorrow and a silence far deeper than the usual sober mood which occasions of this nature demand. The silence of a painful loss of a retired judicial officer under a most agonizing circumstance. We therefore stand here not as lawyers or judges, but as mourners, to acknowledge the reality of the mortality of man and to submit to the inevitable fact that one day the created must yield to the ultimate call of the Creator, and to denounce in the strongest terms the callousness, the audacity, and dastard act of these harbingers of death. While with heavy hearts we mourn His Lordship's passage, we pause to pay tribute to the life and legacy of an outstanding jurist, a worthy member of the legal profession, whose hard work over the years has contributed immensely to the rule of law and dispensation of justice in Delta states over the years. From the records made available by the family, His Lordship, Honorable Justice Ifeoma Okobu, was born in Osogbo, the vibrant capital of Osun State, into the family of late Ogbueshi Emmanuel Akezi of Ogogo Quarter, Asaba Delta State, on the 17th day of February 1952. Her mother was late Madam Beatrice Nkonya Asua Ogodu of Obawo Quarter, also in Asaba Delta State. His Lordship, who was the first daughter, that's the Ada, of the 6 children of the family, attended several primary and secondary schools, amongst which were Convent School, now Regina Mundi, Asaba, Government School, now Oba for Primary School, Asaba, and Children's Hope School, Ibadan. Egbado College, Ilaro, near Abeokuta, in Ogun State, St. Anne's School, Ibadan, Ibadan Grammar School, Ibadan, Albert Academy, Freetown, Sierra Leone. For his tertiary education, His Lordship attended the University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University, Ife, Ogun State, and the University of Nigeria, Nsukka Enugu campus. He graduated with a Bachelor of Law degree in June 1977. After its successful completion of the LLB degree program, His Lordship secured admission into the Nigerian Law School, Victoria Land, Lagos, for the mandatory vocational training leading to his call to the Nigerian bar as a barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria in 1978. His Lordship did the National Youth Service program in Calabar and Jos in 1979. After being called to the bar, His Lordship joined the service of the then Bengal State Judiciary in February 1980 as a magistrate, grade 3 in Benin City. This was immediately after the NYSC program, and continued to serve as a magistrate of Delta State Judiciary upon creation of Delta States from the defunct Bengal States in 1991. In July 2003, His Lordship was elevated to the High Court bench of Delta State Judiciary and thus became, to the best of my knowledge, the first female judge of Asaba origin. His Lordship's career path, which spanned over a period of 37 years of meritorious service as a magistrate and a High Court judge, took him to various magisterial districts and judicial divisions, including but not limited to Ekoma, Ila, Abo, Oboyo, and Obiago. before his retirement in 2017 at the mandatory age of 65. As a judicial officer of both the higher and lower bench of Delta State Judiciary, His Lordship served diligently, discharged his duties firmly, and held the scale of justice fairly, thereby upholding the cause of justice and the rule of law. Late Honorable Justice ijeoma was a devoted Christian and a devoted member of the Anglican Communion as a diocese. He was financially supportive in stewardship and projects, giving out OTM daily devotionals towards the proclamation and propagation of the gospel. He was a bishop nominee and also an active member of the Anglican Association of Women's Union. He was an awardee of the Jewel of the Bench by the Diocese of Asaba. A loving and caring mother to her daughter Oluchi, His Lordship lived a calm, peaceful, and private life devoid of rancor and negative energy. He was humble, unassuming, and with a great sense of humor, the last of which not many knew of. Even though death is inevitable, I am yet to come to terms with the reality and root shock of such violent and abrupt departure of His Lordship, Honorable Justice ijeoma at a time when His Lordship was enjoying his quiet retirement. This death is deeply painful, shocking, and traumatizing, to say the least. A retired High Court judge who has served the state and the nation so well does not deserve this kind of exit, attributable to the high level of insecurity which now pervades the entire landscape of Nigeria. A man sold his castle, as the saying goes. It is therefore ironical that His Lordship met his end in the very place which was supposed to be the safest. Life is a precious gift from God. Therefore, no one, no matter his status in life, should be deprived of his life in that manner. I call on the government at all levels to live up to its constitutional duty, which is to protect the lives of citizens at all times so that they can go about their lawful and legitimate activities without fear of imminent danger, threat of violence, or attack. In times like this, when grief is overwhelming and timing seems cruel, we search for meaning. We seek answers, but seem to find none readily available. We, however, find consolation in the promises of the Holy Scripture. The book of Revelation 14:13 declares, "Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, said the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors and their deeds follow them." Even as we may question the suddenness of His Lordship's recall, our hope is firmly anchored on the understanding of the biblical promise contained in the book of 1 Thessalonians 4:14, which reads as follows: "For we believe that Jesus died and rose again, so we believe that God will bring with Jesus those falling asleep in Him." The hope that His Lordship, Honorable Justice ijeoma, who was a devoted Christian, will rise up and reunite with his loved ones on the resurrection day is a great consolation and a reason to remain steadfast in a trying moment like this. On behalf of Delta State Judiciary, I extend my deepest condolences to His Lordship's daughter, Oluchi Okogu, a law school graduate, and the entire Okogu family of Okogu Water, Asaba. Our prayers and thoughts are with you as you navigate this tragic moment. I pray God for strength, divine mercy, and healing. I also commiserate with the Anglican Diocese of Asaba for the loss of an invaluable benefactor and all whose lives his lordship positively impacted on. Your loss is deeply personal. We, however, share in your grief during this difficult time. May the good Lord grant you the fortitude to bear this irreparable loss and the strength to overcome this trying moment of grief. The life his lordship lived, quiet, dedicated, principled, and rooted in faith, should always be your consolation. May you all find comfort in knowing that he left behind a legacy of excellence, compassion, and dedication. Before ending this tribute, I acknowledge the kind assistance of His Excellency Right Honorable Elder Sheriff Francis O. Oborowori, the Governor of Delta State, in making this special concession possible. This kind gesture is greatly appreciated by the Delta State Judiciary. I will take this moment also to appreciate my learned brother judges serving and retired here present for their massive support and camaraderie, exemplified by the large turnout at this special court session to honor and bid our brother George farewell. I appreciate the Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Delta State, many senior advocates of Nigeria who are here, the leadership and members of the Nigerian Bar Association, Asaba branch and other branches represented at this court session, relatives and friends of His Lordship, for finding the time to pay tribute and last respect to him by gracing this special court session. May the soul of Honorable Justice Ifeoma Okubu and the souls of all the faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in perfect peace. Amen.
Thank you, my Lord. My Lord, the Honorable Chief Judge of Delta State, Honorable Justice C.O. Clay, my Lord, please kindly permit me to give all protocol as duly observed. I most grateful, my Lord. May I respectfully invite the Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Nigeria of Oberele, to now the of Nigeria, to please deliver his speech.
My Lord, Chief Judge of Delta State, my Lord, President of Customary Court of Appeal of Delta State, please permit me to stand and propose when established. My Lord, please with deep solemnity and profound respect, address this honorable court at this special court session convened to honor the life, service, and grand legacy of this honorable justice, Ifeoma Okubu, whose early privilege came to completion to the third day. My Lord, much has already been said about the personal history of Lady Julius. It is meet and proper that I refrain from meditating the same details. I, however, need to state clearly that the biography of His Lordship revealed a reputable judicial officer trained in a rigorous judicial culture that emphasized discipline, clarity of wisdom, and deep respect for judicial office. These were values that remained evident throughout His Lordship's career. During my illustrious tenure as a judicial officer, His Lordship served across several Nigerian districts and judicial divisions, including Asaba, Agbo, Isebeku, Owa-Oyibo, Ila, and Obiano, presiding over my constitution. While the past of His Lordship was made more painful by the man I wish for court, once acknowledge the enduring legacy leaves behind. The legacy defined by discipline, humility, faith, and commitment to the will of God. So on this sad note, that on behalf of the government of Delta State, as the leader of the bar, I extend our heartfelt condolences to Oluchi, to the Okubu family of Obu Quarters, Asaba, to the Okolu family of Obu Quarters, Asaba, to the judiciary, and all who were touched by his life of service. May you find strength family. Comfort with cherished memories, and peace in the knowledge that his worship's legacy of faith, integrity, and service will continue to inspire generations yet to come. May the Almighty God grant great honorable justice, reformer, eternal rest, and may the souls of the faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in peace.
Thank you, Honorable Attorney General. My Lord, the Honorable Teacher of Delta State, Honorable Justice T. Ogunkaya. My Lord, please permit me to do one protocol as the Delta State. Please speak to me. Mayor of the Commission of Agriculture, respectfully invites Chike Oyemene, Senator of Nigeria, to please deliver his speech on behalf of Senate Advocates of Nigeria.
The doctor said my nurse.
Honorable Chief Judge of the Delta State,
I see I wish to dress that big.
my Lord, the President of the Customary Republic of Nigeria, Honorable Justice Ngozi, my Lord, the Chief Judge of the Delta State,
Sure, I'm going to take it. Yes, yes. Oh,